Hey guys, Captain Foley here with you again for another video. Today we're going to be talking about something I should have talked about quite a while ago because one of our channel members on Trekyards, Raymond Anders, actually sent me quite a few books. I do need to go through each one of them individually and talk about them because they are really cool, and I really appreciate Raymond for sending those along. But today we're going to be focusing on this one, the Weapons and Field Equipment Technical Reference Manual. So this goes through a bunch of sci-fi weapons, including stuff from like Battlestar Galactica, the original Battlestar Galactica, Space 1999, Star Trek, and a few others. We're going to take a look at this and just kind of get a feel for what's inside. This was done by Shane Johnson, who is now Laura Johnson, who did the Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise and so many other books. So thanks to her for doing all this stuff back in the day. This was like these were our Bibles back then. So we're going to take a look at this today, and hopefully you guys will learn a few things, see a few cool new things, and if you want to find a copy of this and pick it up for yourself, why not? Because this is really cool to have, I gotta say. So we're going to take a look at it and see what we can learn. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, so let's get right into it. We got the cover of the book here. As you can see, we've got Wrath of Khan 2 phaser, a Colonial Warriors blaster. This is from the original BSG. We got the Space 1999 gun. Here it says the first book of its kind ever published. 80 pages of accurate, detailed plans from the best of sci-fi film and TV, perfect for costumers and replica builders. And then layout and illustrations by Shane Johnson, who is now Laura Johnson, who we've interviewed on the channel before, because like I said, she did the Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise. She also did a whole bunch of other books back in the day, like Worlds of the Federation and stuff like that. So definitely filling in those gaps in our, the years without Star Trek. So, but let's get into this. And as you can see, the original price here as well was $11.95. Mine's got a little bit of scuffing on the cover, like it's not as black as it could be. Same with the back. It's definitely seen some use, but that is alright. Open it up, we got the blue pages, very reminiscent of like blueprint pages. And there you go, additional material by Stephen McKellen and Kyle Carew, but researched and compiled by Shane Johnson and Kathy Johnson. So this is from 1984 as well. So here we got the contents. We got Starfleet Intelligence, which is like enemy stuff. Deep Sleep, which Logan's run. Colonial Forces, BSG of course, lightsabers, and we got Moonbase Alpha and Jupiter 2 missions, so Lost in Space and Space 1999. Then we got the preface, and first section is Starfleet. So start off here with the Phaser 1 short-range beam weapon. Got a nice description of it, the different settings as well there, and then a very nice diagram of it. Beam width adjustment wheel, Phaser 2 patch-in plate, beam emitter, and then top and bottom views as well. And if you want to freeze, pause and read anything, feel free, but I recommend getting these books, guys. Next up, of course, is the Phaser 2 mid-range beam weapon. It's got the different colors, of course, and there you go. Lock plate, beam width adjustment ring, trigger, power drainage plate, and from the top as well. phaser rifle, long-range beam weapon. So the different settings there. Stun has light, medium, and heavy stun. Disrupt, heat, neural breakdown, frequency resonation, dematerialize, and overload detonation radius is 1750 feet. There's the different settings, the different ranges for each. And I have a TOS rifle upstairs, which I've already done a video on. So, but there's the range finder right there. This is, of course, the one that Kirk uses in Where No Man Has Gone Before. Got your scaling there in inches. Let's go to the next page. It's got the overview of it. So yeah, really quite cool. Yep. Next up is the communicator, the TOS communicator. It's got your frequency ranges, what each switch does, and then the back Velcrite pad, which is Velcro. Magnetic stud, yeah. Serial number plate. But yeah, this is actually pretty awesome. Going to the next one is the Phaser 3 tandem mid-range beam weapon. And then effective ranges in feet there, a little graph. And this one I'm not really familiar with. Phaser 3 trigger. Oh, is this from Star Trek 2? Yeah, this is from Star Trek 2, I think. That button layout is like Star Trek 2. I don't think it actually looks that shape, though, because I have one in the other room. Yeah, this will be for... Yeah, the Phaser 4. Long-range beam weapon. And Phaser 5, two-handed tri-beam weapon. So there it is there. That's the Star Trek 2 phaser. And there's the front and back as well. Phaser 4, I didn't know it was called that. There you go. Alright. Oh, here we go. Look at this. This is the Phaser 5 here. So Phaser 5, which is just the Phaser 4, but those are your touch key functions, but it just adds like a stock to it. Like, look at that. That's interesting. Ugly, but interesting. Extra beam emitters. Oh, alright, there you go. Learn something new. Phaser 1 Mark II. This is like one of my favorite ones. Again, the shapes don't really look quite right, but you know, this is the one from Star Trek 3. That's the Phaser 1 part of it, and then the Phaser 2 Mark II. And the effective ranges in feet. And there you go, that's like one of my favorite phasers right there. I love that design. Nice. Alright, so now we're on to Starfleet Intelligence Division. Klingon Disruptor. The Death Sting Sidearm. Death Sting Sidearm. Interesting, interesting. Alright. So, I can actually do this here. There we go. I have one of these in the other room as well. Made by Guy Wakefield. Very nice prop. Plus, I have a video on the channels both the Trekyards. Oh, sorry about that. I keep it in the camera. Both the Trekyards and the Captain Foley personal channel of holding one of these that was sold at an auction for $35,000 because it was not only screen used in TOS, but it was also in the private collection of Matt Jeffries, and got to hold that and did a whole video talking about it actually. So I'll probably link that in the at the end of this video, just because it's a really cool thing to learn about. So, all right, moving on. This is the Klingon Death Sting sidearm. So this is like from the movies. One of their Klingon weapons. We got the Romulan disruptor, which, to be fair, is just a Klingon disruptor. The Klingon disruptor has bigger side pieces and like a thing put on there. A few little things to make it a little bit different, but just the same thing. You see this one in the Enterprise incident. This is really cool. This is a Gorn laser. Now we all know Gorn have unique physiology. They're reptilian. They got like large hands. This is their weapon. See how they hold it? That's what it looks like. So it's a ball with like ergonomic grooves in there for their fingers. And there's the beam emitter there. So quite a unique thing. I wish we would see one of those on screen at some point, but very cool. Oh, now we're into deep sleep. This is from Logan's Run. The Sandman gun. Actually a very cool sci-fi weapon. I wouldn't mind getting one of these at some point. Nothing too fancy or flashy, but still very cool in its design. Plus the way it fires is really cool. It's got like a flash. It flashes out. It looks kind of cool. The Follower Type 1 homing diagram with city center map overlay. So it's like a tricorder, I guess, or like a tracking device. Don't know much about that, so that's neat. The Follower Type 2, it's the same thing, a homing beacon. I'm sure some of you might want to kind of pause and take a look if you're interested. Blind gas capsule and a holster. Nothing too fascinating there in my opinion, but hey. Technite Charge. Looks like a medical device from TOS, doesn't it? Colonial Forces. Original BSG. So we got the Pulse Laser Pistol. And this is one of my favorite sci-fi weapons. I love the way this looks. I would love to get one. This original design for the BSG blaster is just really, really cool. Definitely... it's on my want list. I wouldn't say it's a holy grail, but it's definitely one I'd like to pick up at some point. All nicely done up. It's just such a cool looking gun. Then on to lightsabers. Lightsaber. And this talks about the activation switch. Sub-miniature pulse lasers, magnetic fields, linear polarization. Doesn't say anything about kyber crystals. This is, I think, before the kyber crystal thing. But you've got, I believe this is Darth Vader's at the top there, and this one is Luke's. Be wrong about that, but no, I think that looks like Darth Vader's, and that definitely looks like Luke's. Could be wrong, but or is this Luke's? I think this is Darth Vader's and Luke's from the Empire Strikes Back, or a later movie. But I could be all wrong on that. So there you go. You got the lightsabers. And we got Alpha Moon Base. I was never much into Space 1999, so... But I know a lot of people are, so... We have the comm lock. There's all the callouts there. Gain control, volume control, ID plate, power cell eject, smart key function selector. The stun gun. I'm kind of a fan of this one, actually. This is quite a unique idea for a weapon, to hold it that way and have those different emitters on the front. And then the top just says kill, tells you what mode you're in. Neural beam select, the different settings, power on, off, low intensity, high intensity, infrared. Ooh, Jupiter 2 mission. National Interstellar Exploration Agency. Never a fan of the original Lost in Space, but did enjoy the movie. I think the movie's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. And also the new series on, is it Netflix? The new one's really well done. Really enjoyed it. So there's their blaster there. Laser pistol 2 and laser rifle. Very simplistic, you know, very 1950s B-movie sci-fi looking things to them. There's the laser rifle. $17 megawatt constant beam designed for use for crew of Jupiter 2 colonization mission. Nice. And then we hope you enjoyed this book. Please send any comments to the Norton Group. I don't know if that's still around or if that's still valid to send anything to. Probably not. But there's the Norton Group logo. And that is it. So that is it. The Weapons and Field Equipment Technical Reference Manual by Shane Johnson. Yeah, if you're a fan of sci-fi, especially old classic sci-fi, this is something to look into because there's quite a bit of write-up in there for each thing, and you can actually learn a few things. Like seeing that Gorn weapon was amazing, and you know, just some things from Logan's run and stuff that I'm not that familiar with. It's fun when you're watching the movie to maybe whip this off the shelf and have a read of what's going on. So. Anyway, guys, I will call it there, so thank you so much for watching, and yeah, on to the outro. Alright, guys, so there you have it, the weapons manual. Nice piece of, or nice addition to any sci-fi library for sure, so I highly suggest picking one up. You can probably find them on eBay. I don't think you can find any on Amazon or any newer places necessarily, but I'm sure eBay you can find some. Just do a search for it. So the Weapons and Field Equipment Technical Reference Manual by Shane Johnson. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, Raymond gave me a bunch of other stuff as well, book-wise, that I need to actually do videos on, and I will get to those. So again, a very special thank you to Raymond Anders for that, and just being a fan of the channel and supporting us. So we appreciate that. So if you guys want to become a part of the Trekyards community and have not already done so, go subscribe to the Trekyards YouTube series, or make sure you're subscribed to me here as well. Also hit that like button on this video and share it around with anybody you think might like it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Until then, check out another video by me, and have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.